Hi, my name is Pastor Megan, and I'm going to be talking to you today about what it looks like to be a parent helper in our NWCkids classrooms. There's 3 things we're going to be talking about today. The first is to follow the lead of the teacher. Second, to supervise, guide, and not punish. And the third is to be positive, low-key, and not distracting. So, the first part, to follow the lead of the teacher. Your role in being the parent helper is to come alongside and support whatever it is the teacher is doing. Our teachers have been with the kids all year long, and they are the ones that know their kids and are setting the tone and the atmosphere for the class. So, the teacher may have you do things like helping pass out markers or lining the kids up or leading a part of a game, just simple things. They'll give you instruction on what they expect of you, but your role is to really come alongside them and to support them in whatever it is that they need. The second point is to be supervising, to guide, but not to punish. Your role is not the disciplinarian, but it really is to just help refocus and help give the whole flow of the class, keeping the whole flow of the class going. So what that would look like is we have a 3-strike rule. The first one would be to give instruction to the kids. Let's say you have kids that are talking and they're being a little too loud.
Hey, did you know about the party today?
What you would do is you're simply going to tell them what they're doing, what you expect of them, and what the consequences will be if they aren't able to follow through. So it'd simply be, hey girls, can I have you stop talking, please? We want to be able to listen to what Teacher Val is doing up there, and if I have to come back and talk to you again, I might have to move one of you, all right? We don't want that, right? No. Let's go ahead and pay attention to what Teacher Val's doing. It can be really simple, smiling, low-key. It doesn't need to be a big deal, but just simply being clear about what they're doing, what you expect of them, and letting them know if you have to talk to them again, you're just going to simply move them. So the second point, let's say the same girls that you've been talking to are talking again.
Did you know about the party?
So at this point, you're going to go ahead and ask one of the kids to move, and it would be something like this. Hey girls, this is the second time I had to talk to you. I'm going to have to ask one of you to move. Lily, can you come sit over here? And I'm just going to sit with you guys, just so we can focus on what Teacher Val is doing up front. Now, let's say you've moved the girls, or you're sitting with them, and they still are having a hard time focusing, and they're not able to be paying attention to what Teacher Val is saying. So they're talking, and they're getting super disruptive, and they're not listening to your first 2 instructions. All you would do is simply say, excuse me, Teacher Val, this is the second time, this is now the 3rd time I've had to talk with these girls, and I think they might need to talk with somebody else. Can you handle it?
I sure can. Hey, Emma, why don't we take your chair? We're going to go out into the hallway. We're going to talk a little bit, okay? I'm going to take the cone and set it right outside. And come put your chair right here, okay? Cone. And we're going to stay right here. And then do I wait for the answer? Okay.
Perfect, that's it. So a big part of being one of the parent helpers is that you do get to positively correct and help the kids focus on what's happening up front, but your job is not the disciplinarian, and you don't need to worry about punishing or trying to get the kids to behave in a certain way. It's just simply redirecting towards the teacher and allowing the teacher to do the disciplinary work. Now, the 3rd thing we wanted to talk about, or one point I wanted to mention with this is defiance. At any point during the process, if you find that the kid is just being defiant, and there's a difference between a kid just kind of being a kid and being silly and having fun, and simply really not listening to you. As if I had asked Lily to move, and she didn't move, and she refused and said, no, I'm not going to do it. Immediately get the attention of the teacher and just let the teacher know, I've been trying to talk with Lily, and she's refusing to move after I've asked her to move. Just immediately grab the teacher. It's their responsibility to go ahead and help with a defiant child. Now, the last part we wanted to talk about is about being positive, low-key, and not distracting. And that simply means have fun, enjoy yourself, be with the kids, be involved in the process, be involved in the worship, and be involved in the games. Be positive with them, smiling, encouraging them as you're going, being low-key. You're not in charge, you don't have to worry about directing the class, that's the teacher's role. And not being distracting. So if you see that children are talking across the room, you don't need to yell over to them, but simply walking over and whispering to them quietly, laying a gentle hand on a shoulder just to help redirect. But the point is to help keep the flow of the classroom moving with the teacher in the front. So that's it. Thanks so much.